Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Alrighty, here we go. Now we're post-Platinum Jubilee, and here comes the crap. Oh my goodness. All right. We have a lot to cover again today. I brought my pictures. I brought my receipts. Let's jump in. Let's get her done, shall we? Let's go. We are starting off talking about the Queen's appearance with Paddington the bear. Apparently, she spent half a day recording this. The family had absolutely no idea. It has been said that this is better than the Olympic opening show she did, with James Bond, where she jumped out of the helicopter. And it's an absolute success. Absolute success. It was done over half a day in Windsor Castle. And of course, the people who published it said they are not going to, quote, ruin the magic by explaining how the Queen was able to talk with the bear. But the bear was voiced by Ben Whishaw, who played Q in the recent James Bond film, and he had previously been filmed as just a mechanical head before visual effects were added digitally. That's pretty cool. You can tell when you look at this next picture, look at the faces of Charlotte and George and William. This was absolutely a surprise. Nobody knew that this was coming. But it's really cool what they did. They used this mechanical head, and his interactions during filming were also achieved by crew members moving objects for the fictional character, and even some small actors standing in before the digital bear was added to the scenes. It's been said that the Queen felt the opportunity was just too fun to miss, the opportunity to invite Paddington for tea. And the palace said that the Queen is well known for her sense of humor, so it shouldn't really be a surprise she decided to take part in the sketch. There was an interest in the filming and animation process, and it was just too fun to miss. There you go. Now, for those of you who don't know, Paddington the bear was named after an English train station. And somebody, his name was Michael Bond, I should just say that. He was on his way home on Christmas Eve in 1956 when he saw a toy bear in a shop and decided to give it as a gift to his wife. He called the bear Paddington after the train station in England that was near the shop. And that's how Paddington got started. So he's been around since the 1950s. And one of my followers sent me this picture you're looking at of her daughter, years, and you can tell from the photo how old it is, with her Paddington the bear. How sweet is that? And I have to say that the Queen's sketch literally brought a tear to my eye. I'm telling you. All right, let's move on. All right, I'm just throwing this in there because I always thought it was odd that Harry and Meghan arrived separately from Beatrice and Eugenie when he literally is now on the same level as them. And Lady C cleared it up, saying that Harry and Meghan were supposed to drive to St. Paul's in that minivan with the other royals, but they arrived at Clarence House for the transport 15 minutes late, and that's how they ended up in their own car. Figures. All right, moving on. And this was also a little something that I found online. I don't know who this person is, but someone had to be saved. Their mental health needs were ignored. Racism and gaslighting reigned. Comparisons were made to a tragedy in 1997, but we're excited and honored to celebrate because grandmother. Yeah, okay, moving on. All right, since everybody is absolutely freaking out about Prince Louis, I found this online from Megan's Mole, and it just really resonated with me. Like, seriously. The difference is you have a 4-year-old child attending an outdoor event, concert, versus a nearly 40-year-old grown man attending a church service. Spot on. And this comment also got me because let's not forget, Dr. Shola said if it was Meghan's child, the British media would have a field day. But it's not Meghan's child. It's Kate's child. And the British media is still having a field day. People are creating scenarios to justify the abuse of a 4-year-old boy. I completely agree. And so now that Harry and Meghan are at home, the PR stories are starting to come out from Sunshine Sachs. We extended an olive branch to William, but it was no avail. We were rebuffed. And FYI, what was that olive branch? It was an invitation to their daughter's first birthday party. But of course, the Cambridges and 2 of their 3 children were already set to go to Wales for part of the Platinum Jubilee celebration. You can't just throw together a last-minute birthday party and expect them to cancel an engagement that's already been announced to the world. So, yeah, sorry. Well, moving on, the internet is all abuzz about this guy. He was sitting right behind Harry and Meghan, listening to every word that they said. And, of course, he's a bit of eye candy. That didn't hurt things either. So everybody wondered, who is this guy? Well, let me tell ya. This is Johnny Thompson. And he is with the Scottish Guard. So Harry and Meghan wanted the best protection that there was, and I guess he was put on the job. Oof, my God. I need protection, people. No, I'm just kidding. My husband said I can peruse the menu all I want as long as I eat at home. Gotcha. Anyway, Mr. Thompson is a platoon commander for the Highlanders, and everything that was done deliberately because apparently the seating in the church was signed off by the Queen. So Miss I Love You Grandma was making sure that these people were being watched and listened to at all times. I love it. Okay, moving on. Stories are out that Harry and Meghan are really quite upset because it's pretty obvious the royal family has moved on without them and doesn't need them, and I think they didn't think it was going to go that way. So apparently they had a quick get-together at Frogmore, as it turns out they did, and then they ran out of the UK before the Jubilee had even ended. And you had to wonder, what's the rush? What's going on here? And it didn't take long to figure that out. It came to light that when Harry and Meghan went to visit the Queen with the kids, they wanted to bring a professional photographer with them for photos. Now, the Queen is one smart cookie, and she immediately said no. The Queen understood that any photos taken by their photographer would be immediately put out. And as a result, Harry and Meghan were kept at arm's length by the royal family, and they were not allowed any public appearances alongside the Queen or Charles or Camilla or William or anybody. And so Harry and Meghan brought the photographer to capture the moment, and they were told no chance. It's a private family meeting. You can't have it. So what did they do? The second they got home and the Jubilee ended, it's time for the war of PR again. And they immediately released a photo of their daughter that supposedly was taken during her party at Frogmore. And as I said before, there is no African American in this kid or Archie. That kid is as white as snow. White as snow. So anyway, they didn't get any professional photos taken with the Queen, so they've decided to do the next best thing and start doing things like what you see above. Which I think is a mistake because I don't see any resemblance, but they have to go off the royalty. It's like, look, Lilibet with Lilibet. Now, here's the interesting thing. I really feel bad for Archie. You never hear about Archie anymore. You never see anything about Archie. Archie's just a sideline. Everything is about the daughter at this point. And just to show you who Meghan considers her friends to be, Sarah Chapman put up a tweet, of course, saying, it was so great to catch up with the Duke and Duchess, to meet little Lilibet and treat Meghan to a facial to enhance her natural glow. I always love seeing my clients and friends glowing at these fabulous events. And she looks so graceful and radiant and blah, 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 blah. So I believe this is Meghan's beautician and facialist who's now going to serve as a witness for Meghan. So I don't believe that she was at the party, but Misan Harriman was. That is the professional photographer who took the picture of the daughter and who they tried to get in to take the picture of the Queen. So she had them, him, his wife, and their 2 kids at the party. That's his wife standing with Meghan. Those are his children. That is what a mixed-race child looks like. But I digress. Going back, releasing their daughter's picture now smacks of desperation because they didn't get what they needed while they were in the UK. They got booed. There are no photos with any royal family members. There's no audio with any royal family members. They didn't get the money shot with the Queen. So they pulled that stunt the picture I just showed you just a little while ago. And did you guys notice that everybody, including the pro-Sussex people, nobody's even mentioning Doria? Does she look like Doria? Nope, she looks like the Windsors. She's a white kid. Whew. Now, of course, race baiter Dr. Shola, here we go. She is now telling Harry and Meghan they need to name and shame the royal racist. Yeah, like they're really going to do that. Don't forget, Meghan said these conversations took place while she was pregnant, and there were multiple conversations. Harry said there was one conversation that took place before he and Meghan were even married. They couldn't even get their stories straight before they went on Oprah. She tweeted, "Remember the royal family racist members who raised concerns about Meghan and Harry's kids' skin color before Archie and Lilibet were born? I bet the racists still having ugly racist concerns over Lord knows what and feel zero shame after their birth." I'm not sure why. Maybe Omid contacted her and said stop it because she deleted her tweet. Yeah, could you imagine if Harry and Meghan, first of all, you know what? I'm not even going to go down that road. They made a gazillion claims against the royal family. They claimed they had receipts for everything, but they never showed anybody anything. And the whole thing just went away because I think deep down they didn't have receipts. And that's the truth. So Harry and Meghan came home with gifts for the kids that were given to them by the family. You would think multimillionaires, but what do they came home with? Well, they came home with a swing, a wooden swing and some rope, which I believe they gave something like that to William and Catherine. I would think something like that would be really nice. I wouldn't mind having that. And a blue scooter for the non-seen, non-photographed, not talked about Archie. So anyway, you look at it, it's going to be a long, long time before they return to the UK. Meghan returned for the first time in 2 years and stayed for a grand total of 3 days. And then they left without really even saying goodbye. She was like, I'm out of here. So no, don't expect to see a return back to the family. I mean, let's look what went on. They came to the UK and they were told no balcony. They went to church where they were forced to walk in alone so there'd be no photos with any other royals, and they were seated as far away from the main people as they could possibly get. They were invited to the concert, the big Platinum Jubilee concert that they had, but they were told they couldn't sit in the royal box. They were going to be put somewhere else. And so upon that, they said, never mind. And they were invited to the parade the next day, but once again, no royal box for them. So I guess they decided they were tired of being second-tier royals. And while the parade was going on, or actually before the parade even started, they left. And everybody's like, oh, well, they just went to the one thing they wanted to go to. No, they wanted to be involved in the other stuff, but the royal family wasn't having it. So I think the message came through loud and clear. Now, let's just say that when they left, as we all know, they took a private jet over and they took a private jet back. And while they're flying around, killing the ozone layer and telling everybody else to watch their carbon footprint, they're not watching theirs. And I've told you guys before, that's one of the things that irritates me. If they can afford this flight and they want to take it, more power to them. But then please stop preaching to me about the environment. Okay, because complete hypocrisy. Anyway, this is the flight, this is the plane. You should know that it's like opulent inside, and people are discussing, did they actually buy this plane? Is it their plane? Did they rent the plane? Did somebody loan them the plane? In the end, does it really matter? They still are killing the environment, dumping carbon emissions, unbelievable, going back and forth across the ocean. So yeah, so much for their eco status. There you go. Now let's not forget that Harry and Meghan pledged to make Archewell net zero by 2030, which I'm willing to bet that they're going to say when they take flights in the future that it was a personal capacity, had nothing to do with the company, and the company is net zero. It's always all in the wording. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the wording. Well, Finn update time. I know you just saw him, but he was rolling over on the couch and throwing out that leg to stretch out for the belly rub. And of course, I had to grab a quick video. Watch this. He fell over. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin. Did you fall over? All right, I want your comments. Everything from the gorgeous Highlander who was watching Harry and Meghan in church and listening in, to Paddington the bear, from Harry and Meghan starting their PR war up again, to them taking another private jet while still lecturing everybody about the environment. You guys know I want all your comments, so make sure you leave them below. Don't forget to hit the button. It's free to subscribe, and you can listen and know when I upload new content. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, Getter, and Rumble. You can email me. And for those of you who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so, so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.